welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. And today, guys, we are gonna do a 10 for 10, and we is just gonna do a whole resellers real talk about live selling, giving you my raw and natural thoughts, just piggybacking off of like some of the questions that I have got, just like overall, just like talking to you guys, like pretty much just giving you my natural reaction. That's all it is. So we're gonna cue the intro. We're gonna start now, guys. So cue that intro. Hey friends, welcome back, and my name is Ariel. So as I said in the intro, I am just going to be answering some questions that was pretty much asked to me, and we're gonna try to do it in a 10 for 10. I'm just gonna answer it straight off the dome, straight of what I believe is the correct answer, but I will say is multiple answers to these questions, so don't just go off of everything I'm saying per se, but I mean definitely take it in account, because the things that I will be teaching you will definitely like let you grow in the live selling world. And if that sounds good for you, stick around. This is not a video that you're into, then you know, go elsewhere. Either way, so let's jump right into it. Number one, I was recently asked, what do I agree with more? Do I agree with the aspect of silent shows, or do I like live selling? And I will say that I am more of a live sell type of person. I love to bond with people. I love to see people. I love to match people with their names. I know that it kind of sounds weird if you say, but I'm weird, but I mean, like, I love all of those things, because like it also shows me like who the person is per se, if that sounds correct, because I just feel like it's very important for me to know like who I'm buying from, to just know like, I mean, I don't want to know your social, your date of birth, whatever. I just want to be able to talk to you and to bond with you, and let's laugh, let's joke, let's have fun, like, and then let's shop, because I feel like if you're taking my money, I want to be able to at least know like the host, and you know, get to know you guys, like just like kind of on a personal, professional level, I'm gonna say. So I do like the aspect of live selling, and I'm totally not against silent shows, but I do think that I just don't get the real gist of what silent shows is supposed to be for. Now, I can see if you're at work, or like you're busy, or like you just didn't have time, or like you're really ill or sick, or like etc., and you need to do a show, and you're like, hey, I just got to get on, I'm gonna do a silent show. That's fine with me in a sense, but I do not think that silent shows should be something that's done like every day, every hour. Like, I just don't think so, because like, number one, there's just no communication. You can never even see the person, which is the purpose of the silent show. I know some people is not for the camera. Me myself, I might not seem like it, but I'm definitely a introvert for sure. I am a shy person. I know it don't look like it, but I am. But I guess the way that I deal with it is that I just be myself. I'm really authentic, so exactly what you see is what you're gonna get. But so but at the same time, I just think that silent shows, it really kind of shortchange the buyers in a sense. I think that it shortchanges the buyers in getting to know who they're buying from. It shortchanges the buyers in communication aspect, because I just think when you get on a silent show, the only thing that the people tell you is, hey, welcome in, and then you say hi, and then after they say, well, if you're interested in anything, let me know. Is no further communication. It's just a black screen there. Now they have it when you're running something, they do like multiple pictures, but I just don't know, like I don't really agree with it, but I'm not against it, because I do know that it's some people that just can't do lives. it can be very, very, very embarrassing to do lives and to stand in front of everybody and absolutely sell nothing, or it can be very challenging to stand up and go out your way and sell something. Like, it goes both ways, honestly. Like, you just never know what's gonna happen on a live. No live is created equally. You could have 60 people one day and have 6 people the next day. It is what it is. This is just our new you know, little reselling situation. This is what's coming up, and we have to adapt. As resellers, we have to adapt. No need to complain, just let's keep moving forward. So that's the best way I can answer your question. So number 2, the question that I have got, which I think is actually a very good question: does it matter what you're selling? And if so, how do you know what's right to sell? So it was a two-way question. However, I think that that's a very important question, because I think that I personally can't answer that question for you. I think that a lot of people just honestly jump on the bandwagon. What that means is that a lot of people just want to do what other people's doing. So for example, if I see like this amazing seller doing pallet pulls and I see that it's working for them, then I just go jump on it and just go buy any pallet and just do a pallet pull. Not everything is created equally. Doesn't mean that if you do a pallet pull that you're going to get the same views. It does not mean that you're going to get the same following. For instance, I personally sell Free People, and I watch tons of Free People shows on Posh, and not each Free People piece is created equally. Not each seller is created equally. Some people have higher views, some people have lower views. Some people in the bigger shows is starting stuff at $10. Me personally, I start my stuff at like from $15 all the way probably to $60, because I get coats, dresses, and blouses, and all of the unique pieces that sellers can't really get to. So I think that for me, how I knew what I wanted to sell is because honestly, it really just started from high school or whatever, and I always knew that I kind of wanted to go in the selling clothing aspect. I always had that dream, even to make my own brand and things like that. So I was never really a hard goods type of person or collectibles. Oh, it was always really clothes. If you're new, I would say, because this probably is kind of like a new person who asked this question, you just want to look inside yourself and see what it is that you want to do, because you don't have to follow the Jones. You don't have to sell clothes because you think that, oh, that's what's selling. Hard goods is something that does very well. Collectibles is something that does very well. Jewelry is another thing that do very well. So I just think that it all depends on you. What I will say is that consistency matters. So whatever it is that you decide to sell, just make sure that you're sticking with it. Make sure that you have time management, and just make sure that your inventory is bombed. Because whether if it's secondhand inventory or whether if it's new with tags, just make sure you're picking up some good stuff, because that's what people want. Like, seriously, people expect the most out of live sales, and it sounds like crazy. It is what it is at that point, and you just have to do what you have to do as that seller to perform correctly and to give the people what they want. So question 3. Question 3 really just got straight to the point. Do I believe that live selling is for everyone? And before, I could have said, wow, guys, you know, like, all you gotta do is just get on, and you gotta describe the item correctly, and you just have to like go for it, and just know your brands and know how to price things. That might have worked with regular Poshmark or eBay or Mercari or Depop, but no, that doesn't work on live selling.
What do you mean, Ariel? Explain.
I'm going to explain. Thank you guys for asking. You're so kind. So what that means is that I can have a person right here and they can pick my mind 100% on reselling, and if they're only focusing on Posh, I can very well tell them, hey, don't pick up Old Navy. Old Navy does not really sell on Poshmark Closet. So you want, if you pick up Athleta, you know, Athleta do well. Some Athleta might sit for a little while, but a lot of them really sell. Garnet Hill sells on Posh, but it sits a little while, but it does better on eBay. I could teach a person all day about brands and what do better here, there. But on live selling is really different. Like, you have to get up there, you have to learn the brands, because every live seller is different. It's no real training that a person can give you on live selling, but hey, be you. That's the only thing that I honestly tell people is like, listen, like, let the people see you, be you. Don't try to be me. Don't try to have the energy that I have, because honestly, that's just me being me. If I'm honest, like, I don't know where the energy comes from. And so much people,
oh, I wish I have your energy, and I wish I can just do your shows like you and do this and dance around it.
People, please. Look, I don't know where my energy comes from. As a kid growing up, I've always had ADHD, and I'm serious. And my teachers used to say she is hyper and we can't calm her down, Miss Scott, and we're gonna call your mom and you need to sit down and like they would just be, they wanted to get the kid in trouble. They didn't appreciate the energy. But growing up, I learned that, you know, maybe I was, you know, a little out of line.
But that's not the point.
The point is that I've been had this energy, but I'm using my energy now for a better purpose, you know. Thank God. I just think that my energy was always with me. Like, I was always into something, whether it was football, basketball, tennis, kickball. I was always doing something that contained me having energy. Dancing, boxing, karate, like, I was into everything. So I've never had a dull moment of where it wasn't energy in my life. It's based off of my energy. I'm a natural clown that I just like to joke and I like to have fun. If you're around me, you're gonna laugh 24/7. I don't know why, but that's just my personality. You get me? So when I get on a live cell, that's exactly what I'm giving you guys, is my personality. I said all of that to say, like, you don't have to do what I do. It's some calm shows that the people is so calm, is mellow, and they have like their little humming music or like, you know, instrumentals, and they shows are really good. And then you have some couple shows and their shows is really good. You just have to show people you have to show people you. But what live selling is not for everybody. Some people panic. So what they do is that they think that the live sales are taking over, both on Whatnot and on Poshmark, mainly on Posh 100%. So what a lot of Posh sellers will do is that they think that they have to go live just to save their income, or they have to go live because their closets is suffering. And while that might be true, that the closets are suffering and some sales are declining, I don't think that live sale is still for everyone, because you could get on live sales and very well not do good at all. It can be the worst experience you have ever had. I know some people who have got on live sales and literally it messed with them mentally, because the amount of work that comes with live selling is overwhelming, and it can be very, very demanding. It's just that it's really not for everybody, and you can't be boring. I'm so sorry to say it like that, but you cannot be boring, because your viewers will go down. Now, you need to be entertaining. You need to have fire inventory. If you're not going to entertain me, at least have some good inventory to hold up. Like, at least do something where I can, like, feel like wanted or something. Hold some raffles, do something to keep my interest. Reason, like, I honestly don't think that live selling is for everybody. I don't think that some people works good under pressure. I do think that some people panics when the computer is not functioning right or their phone shuts off. Like, for example, in my last show that I had, my iPad or my phone, like, I could have talked to the people, but I couldn't run anything. and I'm just talking to them, and we're having fun, and we're having a blast, and we're talking, and I'm like, hey, it's just frozen, so I guess it wants us to have a conversation, and we're just really talking, and I'm telling them stories. But through the process, I'm really trying to fix my iPad, because that's what I'm there for, actually, to run items. But, you know, keeping them engaged and telling them what's going on, but actually still having a good time with them meant a lot to them. Sometimes situations is going to occur, but how you deal with those situations is, you know, what some people want to see. So I think just bite the bullet. Definitely do a live sale, because it might be for you. If you see that it's not for you, it's totally fine. It's not the end of the world. I think that's pretty good, honestly. I don't think that is a fail or a pass situation. I just think that you try something out. If it works, it works, and if it don't. So I will do one more question, because this video went over 10 minutes. Oops. And we're trying to keep videos short. Do I think that raids are necessary? Here's the thing with raids. I think that raids are awesome. I think that sellers that actually raid people's shows are awesome. I think that when you want to help another person, it's completely awesome. But I will say, if you're going to raid somebody's show, really pick someone who needs to be raided. I don't know if you caught that. I'll say it again.
If you're gonna raid someone's show, pick someone who actually needs to be rated.
Don't just pick your friend because you know that your friend is going to be on. You just want to raid their show. No, it's other people out there who needs help. And I feel like live selling is honestly being cliquey. Like, just branch out. It's okay if you don't know the person. And people got two people, like, raid their show. They need help too. People honestly just want to make sales and support their family. If I personally see one of my friends on, I'll raid their show one time or twice. If it's nobody else on that needs more help than them, that's totally fine. But like, make sure that you're helping people. Just keep raiding people that you know. Branch out, because it might be somebody who house you're saving. It might be someone who kids you're feeding, just by giving them like that 90 people, because you just don't know people's situation. And some people doing live sales because, oh, I love it and I want to try something new. But it can very well be that they're doing live sales because, you know, we need the money and our Posh my closet is sinking and I just don't know what to do. So you have to think about it from all angles. So guys, I hope that made sense. I did answer like about 4 questions, I believe. I lost count, but I hope that this video made sense. I did not want to stay on here too long, guys. I'm just honestly trying to help you guys with some of the questions that you have asked me. If this sounds good to you guys, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, guys. And until next time, guys, bye.